everyone. Hopefully we're here. Yeah. All right, I think everybody popping in. Do give the thumbsy upsies because, you know, we started again. Not sure what's going on, but Streamlabs is having issues with their servers, and so thus that passed on to us. Very nice. Oh, you could hear us. Yeah, viewers in chat. I don't know. There's weird stuff just happening even with YouTube lately as well. So, all right. Looks like a lot of you guys made it over. That's awesome. Like I said, do give the thumbsy upsies. Let everybody else know that, hey, we're doing something.
We are really honestly live. This is not a recorded program.
Yeah, not at this moment. Unless you're watching the replay. Then comment below and do all that business. That's good stuff. Hey, this is P over here.
M over there.
Patricia.
Mariah.
And together
we are PM Artist Studio.
All right, let's man and I even have like you know, pop out, and I had it like all set up. I was good to go, and it said nay. How about that?
My camera all lined up.
Yeah. Well, all right, let's say hello to everybody. We've got Ann, Heather, Colleen, Cookie Wookie, also known as Mo, Darcy, Dana, Fab Crafters, known as Wendy, Fran on the Edge, she's our friend and fellow designer, Ginger Sparks, Judy P, Carla, Kathy, Lexi, Linda, Liz, Maggie Hart, you're new, hello, or is that Maggie that we know? Is that Maggie we know? I don't know. Mystical Misty, so glad you're here. Ricky Nordmeyer, Sandy, Sirius Hecka, also known as Lisa, Susan Anderson, Susan Dufresne, Texture Junkies, aka Sharon. We have Lynn popping in there. I think Lexi popped in. Ginger, all right. I know some others. Devin here is here. Awesome, Diane. Woo, quite the crowd. Thank you guys for popping back over to this one. There's gonna be some things to fix there. Hopefully Brad in the background can remove that old stream so people at least kind of get a clue that ain't the one. So it is Thursday Thoughts today, and we have been, what have we been thoughting? Overwhelming, and, you know, not feeling like, you know, what we do get done is of par. Is that right?
Well, yeah, subpar.
Par for the course.
I don't know. I keep reminding myself that, you know, when you're in the initial stages of experimenting and trying something new and kind of different, you're not always going to have stellar results right away. It's going to require practice. You know, you got to make it over the hump to get to the other side. And you know, it's not that I'm dissatisfied with what I'm doing. It's just that I don't know where to focus right now.
Hi, Gayla. Well, I think that you're also a little off due to the meds. I've just noticed a baseline of grumpiness.
Well,
more than, you know, the usual
I'm
stuff.
putting steroids in my eyeball, and they're going down my throat. They're making me slightly nauseous.
Yeah.
And you know, steroids are, and I don't tolerate them well. I've had experiences with them in the past when I had a eczema flare up, and my face was the size of a basketball and about the same color. But you wouldn't think that little drop that you're putting in your eye would necessarily be...
You're doing it 4 times a day.
True that.
Yeah. So I mean, I know that you're ready. I'm ready. Yeah, she's just been a little grumpier. And then, you know, the other thing about the Thursday Thoughts, because this is where I was with the whole thing, because I was just like, you know, the patterns at play... I wasn't feeling like, you know, that was my best work by any means. It was something I wanted to do. I just didn't feel like, you know, I felt that it was selfish. And it wasn't something beautiful and wonderful for you guys to all enjoy. Because then, you know, I feel really good about that. So I felt a little guilty, like it was this kind of... This project just for me. And I guess that's okay too. You know, not everybody has to like everything, right? He wasn't being very nice to me either. Just gonna be honest about that.
I told her, you know, I said, I know I'm coming across as me being really apathetic, but you know, I don't have any skin in that game, and I just don't really, I just really don't care.
Yeah. So that's that's what I
That
was
sounds
feeling
really
with.
rude when it comes out of my mouth like that.
When you say it out loud, there you go. Good. I'm glad you're now understanding. Yeah, because she really she's like, it sounds great. Just do whatever.
Yeah, I said, well, it's just like, why are you asking me? This is your book.
Yeah.
It has to please you.
And it did.
If it's pleasing you, then I don't think you should need anything from anyone else.
Yeah.
Now, I know that's how I work. I mean,
Well, I know that's how you go through life.
that sounds really terrible and narcissistic and self-centered and everything, but you know, basically, if it ain't making me happy, I'm trying to figure out something to do about that.
I think that, you know, a lot of times, you know, we were talking about Picasso and all of that, you know, and how he was, and a lot of artists, I think, you kind of have to get there. Because if you are solely basing what you're doing on the reaction of everyone around you, then you're probably going to be let down.
And I think that that's the other thing about, you know, people who have experienced success, and everyone has a certain perception of how that artist should be working, and they want to do something different.
Yeah.
It's really, really difficult to break out of that mold and be.
That has been one purposeful thing that we have done, is we're not going to get, you know, I know that P does the gel printing, but a lot of times it's a spin-off, and that is just one piece of everything. Because we don't want to ever feel like we are stuck just doing that.
Yeah, I don't want to just be known as
And
a
I
gel
think that happens with a
printer.
lot of content creators, not just, you know,
Yeah.
in art, but in all things, you know, and that kind of, it's a little draining on you.
Well, I think it really is, and it's so limiting. And it can be self-limiting, but it can also be exteriorly limiting. You know,
Yes.
you're having somebody else put the governor on your engine, and that's a very frustrating thing, and I don't want to be there. So, you know, I don't need for everybody to love everything I do.
Right.
I don't need that. I need for me to love what I'm doing. That's really important. And if I do that, then I think I can also make other people.
Well, and the funny thing is and we've talked about this before, that usually when you are very in love with it and you are proud of the work that you've done, that automatically becomes the outward thing, the feeling, the emotion. All of that is then, ooh, I got slid around there. Sorry.
What happened?
Oh, I'm moving things. You know, there's just things happening. I need to lock that. But yeah, you just get in that set, and then you don't realize that, you know, hey, by the simple fact that you are happy, all the other people that you are showing things to are going to know and feel that from it. I believe that is true. Now, reminding ourselves, and like, you know, Mo was saying, we all judge ourselves too harshly. I was looking up, did I read this last week? I meant to, on Thursday Thoughts, because we talked about it, but then, I don't know, last week was kind of weird. It was awesome. It was great. Thursday Thoughts, but we didn't have a whole lot of thoughts.
Tuesday. This is Thursday.
Yeah.
Tuesday.
I know, she keeps messing with the whole thing. But anyway, we were thoughting a bit on last Thursday. And
last Thursday.
To talk about what John David had said in the group, because I did ask him if that was okay if I talked about. So he said, we must all find our own pathway, but nice to know we do not journey alone. And so I think, you know, that's the pressure that we put on ourselves, though, is that, okay, we have this awesome group, this awesome community, and I don't ever want to let you guys down. I mean, that really is very important to me. It is a driving force in what I do.
It is.
Very much.
it is.
That's my job. Like that, I'm here to help you guys and take care of you guys and make sure that, you know, we have all the other people, you know, like that is very important to me. That isn't always exactly how P operates, but, you know, and part of my thing is that making her happy and she's happy arting. It's been a little stressful just all around here, I think. Just between going to doctors and...
yeah, we have, you know, everybody, and it seemed that one week was just consumed with doctor's
visits.
Appointments, and I'm just like, God, I'm just so done with this. Well, number one, I hate going to doctors. I just absolutely, I have to be on my deathbed before I had to be going blind before I finally went to the. That's just who I am, and I don't know. Yeah. So anyway, but then. All that being said, you know, I wrote down here.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Overwhelmed, that feeling of being inundated with everything. And it creates in me kind of a catatonic state where I just sit there.
She'll shut down.
Just, okay. I'm watching murder movies, and really right now that's about all I can handle. Too many ideas, all vying for time and space in my brain, is almost worse than not having any ideas at all.
Okay, I didn't even. Okay, this is crazy. So we haven't talked because it's been kind of
No, we
overwhelming
haven't.
around
I mean,
here.
we haven't had, and that is another thing.
I know we haven't had our time.
Because I really, you know, I need that because you stimulate me, and when that's not happening, and I'm stimulating myself, well, this is what I do. It gets down to the point of...
You want me to go topside now? Should I go topside? I'll go topside. You can see some of the little things she's been doing.
This is what I do.
Uh-huh.
I tape together parts that I've cut off of something else. I decided...
She's wandering around picking up trash and washi tape.
Well, no, it's Izzy's fault because she made me cut her... she wanted to me to cut her a snowflake today.
Uh-huh.
And bless her heart, she knows how to do it, but her little hands and her little fingers, once you fold it over 3 times, she can't, you know, she doesn't have the strength in her fingers to do it yet. She knows how to do it. She can't do it. So I was cutting that, and all these little pieces are flying hither and yon and whatever. And so I'm looking at this thing, and Mariah, she just gave me this morning. And
Brad gave it to you.
Brad gave it to me.
I think it was a one that was a bit of a wonky cut, like it was off center.
Yeah, I think it's missing some pieces. Some of the little pieces and parts hither and yon, but I don't really care. And anyway, I decided to go ahead and make it into a mask and cut off the outside part. Well, this is then the inside part. The outside part is now another stencil, and I want to really see how it works as a mask. Mm-hmm. Because I kind of think, you know, you may not be able to recognize exactly, but somehow or other in your very primitive brain, you're going to know that some of those things are related, that they are somehow.
See, she's already jazzed up because we started talking about, you know, these sorts of things. This is what she's been missing.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could make a cutout of Mariah and set her over there and not necessarily have to say anything. Just, you know.
Every once in a while. Yes, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Have you cleaned that up yet?
Oh, God. That now that's what she would say. What about the floor over there? Are you going to clean your floor today?
Oh, I couldn't take it anymore. I finally just grabbed up the paper off of Izzy's table because, I mean, it has been a hot mess for 2 weeks, and I was done with it. So it is in a box. I didn't throw anything away. Just put it in a box, and I put it over in her little nest. By the way, okay, so I wanted to touch back, and then we can get all excited about your, you know, latest Franken-stenciling business. But it was funny that you were saying about having, like, too many choices, feeling overwhelmed. It's what I call, and this is so funny because I was talking with Joni. I don't know, is Joni here today? And I had said to her, because there was something, a post that she had put, but I copied and pasted it because I was like, yes, I think about this often. It's the cheesecake factory issue. I don't know if you guys have a Cheesecake Factory or if you've been to one, or there's that restaurant, BJ's is another one, that have the really fat, thick menu, and there are so many choices.
Well, that's why I don't go to the mall.
Yeah, I don't like the mall. I did when I was a teenager, because, you know, I had teenager, you know.
Yeah, well, you went there to
brain.
socialize. It wasn't like you were.
Yeah. Looking for
I don't know.
anything.
You're lurking.
Lurking. I was
Lurking at the mall.
Love the mall at that time of my life. Now I'm like, I try to stay away from the mall as much as possible. It stresses me out.
Thank God for COVID. Because I don't have to go now and I have an excuse.
She does. It really did fit her social, like how she operates. And she's like, oh no, I can't go. We can't go now. That would just be, you know, well, that's how she operates. But yeah, the too many choices. Sometimes you just need to tap it back, just need to have the easy thing. And I think with the creative collab, it was nice for me to just do what I wanted to do, and you guys have made me feel okay about that, and I very much appreciate it, because there's been really great response, lovely comments, it warms my heart, and I hope that, you know, if any of you guys are in, you know, in Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artist Facebook group, one of the best groups around.
It is, and it's growing. I'm very concerned about that too. I don't, because I don't know the people like I used to know the people, and
I told you that the way that you know the people is talk to the people.
Well, and I know, but I told Mariah, I said, you know, I'm that person that goes to a party, and I will identify one person in the room that I feel. I mean, I always scope the room.
Oh, I like to show up early and establish a spot, and then that way, anybody that just comes into my area is who I then associate with. Do not like, you know, people that show up to a party late and all that. No, I need to establish my space.
Oh, Jesus. I'm not sure this is just
a
little bit more information than anybody really needed to know here.
Even when I had parties, everybody knew that out on the patio there was just one spot that's mine. I mean, I've had to tell people, I'm sorry,
excuse
but
me, you're in my chair.
Like, I'm the Sheldon of a, you know, party. It's from The Big Bang Theory. You know, you've watched
No, I don't know that.
Anyway, so I have things.
Yeah. I just pick out one interesting. And if there aren't any interesting people there, usually I just I'll find a book or something.
Oh yeah, even when we used to go to the club and stuff, we would show up early, like before anybody else got there. They're like, "Why are you here?" I'm like, "No, I want my place at the bar with the bartender that I like, and I like."
Never care about that.
Yeah, I'm weird.
Yeah.
Now that I'm talking about those things, it does come off a bit weird.
It does when it comes out of your mouth. That's what I said today. Okay, along with this overwhelm, getting back to, let's stay on task.
Yes.
Inability to prioritize. I have a terrible time with that. I just, I'm so scattered, and I'm so, you know, just all over the place that I can't decide, okay, what do I need to do first? What's the most important thing to do first? And sometimes the reason I avoid that is because the thing I need to do first is something I really don't want to do.
Uh-huh.
So, pardon me, there is that.
Well, and a lot of times I think when there was more time for us to be together and do a lot of arty stuff, I would do some of those things too.
Well, and you also helped me identify them.
Yes, I'm very good at that. I like
zeroing in, you know, put your blinders on. Right now you don't need to be seeing the entire world. You just need to be seeing this little spot right here. Mental interruptions and loss of focus.
That's where I think a lot of our craziness comes from right now. We have a 5-year-old that needs to go to school for all of our sakes.
The school was established to keep, you know, the civilization going so the parents didn't, you know, annihilate their children. Yeah, I'm a true believer in that.
Yeah.
True believer in that. Okay, I'm done with that.
We did ask her if she wanted to go to boarding school. She was horrified. She's just like, why would you do that? We're just throwing it out there as an option.
Yeah, you know, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, she didn't like it. She was not down with that at all.
So I guess boarding school's
No,
out.
it's out. I don't know that we would be able to afford it.
Seriously.
Yes.
Okay. I know what I need to start with here is I need to get some of my plates. Are we done?
That we could be
Are
done
we
with
done
thoughts.
thoughting?
Yeah. We're done thoughting. I think you kind of moved your camera a little further down than you normally do. But that's okay.
You want me to reevaluate it?
Oh goodness, no. Just
Oh.
let her be. I'm gonna zoom it in and try to move it, from my end.
Well, I just, kind of
There we go.
really focused more on, did I get to urchins?
Yeah, we did a little. Yeah, you named them splats.
Splats. Well, sometimes they are. Sometimes they're a negative space. And sometimes they're a positive space. And I think I pulled that one
Oh yeah.
during the live. Or did I?
Yes.
Okay, good to know. And did I get this one started? I think I did.
Maybe, but it is very different from
Yeah. Well, I know I think I did it like right after we signed off.
Yeah, she was pretty pumped about the.
I was.
Because
And
we hadn't let her have any of the. Because we had to
The
photograph
paints.
things, or the paints or Fran's stencils.
no, they didn't.
Yeah.
Which I thought was rude.
Well, because we wanted them to, be all pristine.
I can be surprised. And this is, I'm I think the paper artsy paint in this.
Oh, the tundra,
Yes.
right?
We probably need to order some more of that.
Oh.
Or I need to try to make that. I can probably
You
make
made that. We have a video.
Jeez, I know.
I'll
It's so
send you
nice
the
just to
link.
have it there on the shelf in a jar.
I'll send you the
I'm really
link.
getting to be lazy in my
You
age.
are.
All right, now I want you to really appreciate the finesse on this, because what I did is I've got another one started here. What I did here is that all in.
Stephanie says when we deviate from the plan, she doesn't mind because you get into the most interesting subjects. Well, I think you guys find out a lot more about us,
Yeah.
and then we're finding out how weird we really are. I mean, we knew we were weird. We're pretty okay with most of that.
Yeah, seriously, I've lived with it long enough that
Yeah.
it's really okay. Now you can see here. You can see this. This is I don't know the daisy one. What do we call? I don't know what you call it.
The urchin? Oh, no. Oh, inside there.
Yeah.
Oh, it is the daisy.
It's daisies inside there.
Going
and
daisies.
I lined them up. I'm a little off on this bottom one here, but I think
like that.
overall, I think they really came out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to do the same thing here, because what I did was I put down my little urchins. Where you are, where you go to, there you are. I think you can see.
Yeah, and I think it's in the paint guide, guys.
What?
The.
Oh, tundra?
Yeah.
How to make it?
Uh-huh.
Well, I guess I'll have to look it up. Look, you can see and this really irked me to no extent, because what I did is I pulled off what I wanted down there on the back side of the damn urchin.
That's what she wanted.
That's what I wanted, but that came off. That kind of stuff happens.
Urchins are looking mighty fine.
Yeah, on the wrong side. But you can see
They are a little
they're
grippy.
little feeleries.
Don't get too aggressive with it. Yeah, you got to keep them a little separated.
Well, I think those were sort of stuck together also with paint. So this is this one, and then this one is this one up here, which you can see it. But this is
Thank you, Lisa.
Astroasters.
Oh, yeah.
See that? But then you can see it here, and then you have to turn it over to really see what you're really going to see. Whoops.
Hairy circles, yes.
Hairy circles. But I really love them. They just really appeal to me on a bunch of different layers. Okay, layers. That's funny. So now what we're going to do is we're going to decide what to do on the back
They
side.
do kind of look like buggies. If you guys notice, Lisa has dropped in the link to the paint guide, the mixing guide that's free over there on the website. Well, actually, I think that takes you to the blog, which will have links to that and even talk about, yeah, I think we even did a blog about the whole paper artsy thing. Remember? All four of those colors.
So. Yeah, because I love this is my all-time favorite. Yeah. And I don't know where the others went.
Lois.
Because they all kind of got,
Maxine, hi.
when I had to move things about. See, here's agave. And you know, I mean,
well, that one's almost darn near that one Deco Arts.
Yeah, it is. I don't think, but this one, and Desert Bush, I love a lot. In fact, Desert Bush might be good.
I like that idea
For this. Okay. Let's just do it. Because we got to move on here. We got a lot of...
You know, and what might be interesting if you make a new mix trying to use the Chocola paints, because they are more chalky than the ones that you were using, which obviously that kind of altered the look ever so slightly anyway.
Yes, ma'am. You are correct. Now I have to uncover my area, my brayer off area here, because I got a bunch of other stuff that can't be. I have to have those layers there. Cut some more paper. Okay, let's move along.
I guess we're done Thursday thoughting.
Well, we can thought as we go here, because my thoughties and my
painties go together today.
Have to go together today. And put way too much paint out there, and that kind of irks me because that's expensive paint.
Yeah, and we did purchase that.
Actually did.
We did.
I think from old Sethy's store.
Old Sethy's store. If you guys go over there and buy anything, remember, let him know we sent you.
Absolutely. And tell him we're having kind thoughts. We haven't bought anything lately because we
I have been thinking about it though, because he has that one turquoise paint or spray, and you know my feelings on turquoise spray. I just feel like I haven't still found the one that fills the void of Mr. Huey's.
I know.
The best tealy, sea foamy, brilliant color ever. Oh, that's lovely.
Well,
I know it wasn't exactly what you wanted,
Yeah, it
but
wasn't.
I think it's quite nice.
I think that this one is a lot better. This is a lot more interesting.
Well, use those boogers up, Linda.
All right, don't want to lose my little bugs here. But now what I do want to do, I saved my my smush offs. All right, let's let that ripen a bit.
Hey, Marcia. So glad you're here.
What do we got here? Well, this isn't very interesting, but we'll get the
you
plate.
did quite a
up.
few of those, so yes, it does. You have about 4 or 5 that look about like that.
About the same. Yeah, kind of getting a.
Yeah.
All right, well let's just go ahead and use that and do something with my. Boy,
Oh, Rhonda Lee. Hey, how are you?
Rhonda Lee. She hasn't been around for a while.
No, she pops in. Love it. Hey, maybe today will be the second day we can hit 100. We're a little shy there, but you know, who knows? It's early, sort of.
It's early.
We started late. We'll have to stay a little bit later, maybe.
All right, let's see what's going to happen here. We're going to.
Oh, I got some laundry that needs to be doing too.
Well, were you planning on running down and doing it right now, or?
No, Devin was saying that she's folding, and so she's lurking and laundering.
Laundering and lurking. There you go. Okay, now I want something that is opaque.
Well,
Don't-
you've got some options.
I've got some options.
Should we swatch any of those new ones?
Well,
What are you feeling?
I'm feeling more along the lines of, oh, and see, here was this one. Dirty Lime.
I like that. Now that's transparent then. Those were the ones they sent us
Oh,
because
this is translucent. They say translucent.
Right.
Translucent, transparent. It's all the same. It's
sort of
just a-
see-through-y.
It's just semantics.
Hey, if we ever get a paint line, if one of the paint companies comes to us, we'll start naming ours like sort of see-through-y. This one's more opaque depending on how much paint you put down. And what we'll do is like we could request like we want big like we'll come up with really good icons and stuff, but make them nice and large and funny stuff on them. Any paint companies out there willing to do that, you know.
I don't know how I managed to slob stuff everywhere, but I was just noticing my acrylic boards are horrible looking.
Susan's also doing laundry. It's laundry day.
I need to. I'm down to my last pair of pajama pants.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just an untenable situation.
Oh, say hi, Janet. Janet's here. She loves your Franken-stenciling. Well, this one might end up in the shop if it's good. This was the outer bits of a simic. What should we call this?
I don't know. Nothing clever's coming to
Okay.
mind. Want to make sure I've got my washi tape well covered.
Ooh. That's pretty cool looking. Good shapes.
Yeah, kind of are. I don't know if it's going to look good on here, but we're going to do it anyway.
Maybe a trimmed transcript.
There you go.
Oh, I actually got a little chuckle out
I
of it.
like that. Trimmed transcript. And I've also got another. Oh, look at that. I see that's some good stuff there.
Penny thought you were going to say that you were out of your last pair of bloomers.
Well, they kind of are bloomers. Actually, they.
Again, too much information. You guys know a lot about us.
I really
Ooh, funky camouflage.
But you can see the tape.
Well, yeah. Now, thing is, if we turn this into an actual stencil, that won't.
You won't be able to get the tape.
Now, I tell you what, we might be able to create sort of an effect like that. Sort of.
Well, I think this is definitely more interesting than it was. It kind of, you know, it kind of looks like flying puzzle parts.
Oh, Linda Park just looks like broken puzzle.
And look at what a
Maybe we could
nice
call it-
little leftover we've got going here.
This is the only puzzle P does. She knew that was funny. She knew it.
It's mildly humorous.
Mildly humorous.
Mildly humorous. Okay, we're going to allow that to dry. And let's see what else we have here. I'm just really look at that. Isn't that cool looking?
Mm-hmm.
It's not as cool looking when it prints as it is just sitting there.
I don't.
know why is that?
I leave baskets of clothing around, just hoping that the house elves or whomever is going to take care of them. That doesn't happen.
Oh yeah.
We don't have house elves.
Or if we have, they're MIA and
Somebody gave them a sock and they
went somewhere else.
they didn't want to stick around. Ooh, that looks cool. Now this one you did the last stream, so it's been on there for 2 days. I like it.
Well, we have a little bit of DNA going on here.
Well, because remember you put the wires
Edge of
in.
the wires on there.
Now what would be cool is in the next one, if you brought it in and brought it in a little further, then your wire actually has like a glow. It's a thought.
That's a thought. I don't think my brain's not ready for that kind of complicated thought right now.
All right, keep it simple today.
Keep it
I'm cool with
simple.
that. We're not going to get overwhelmed.
All right, let's do a little different. Let's do a little different thing here with our. I'm just going to grab some. This is plaid
Oh, and you know
gloss cobalt blue, and I don't really know why I pulled. Oh, better get that. Good little trinket there. Got a little bit of goo on it, but we'll dab it off a bit.
A little dabble, do ya?
Well, it didn't seem to be.
It ain't doing you?
Oh, there we go. Found the hole.
Oh, goodness. I thought I might go fix my links since we're not streaming on the same stream that we had told everybody that we were.
Oh, really? That we're still.
We had to start a whole new one.
Oh, are there any leftovers over there? Are they
Can't
still
imagine
hanging
there's-
on? I would still be over there.
Well, I
Going,
just
wonder why this chat's
no.
not.
I let them know in the chat. Jeez, lady, like the people that were there, but now people maybe that are over on Facebook looking for it. I just had a thought that I should probably go change those links.
Oh.
Which blue was that? Can you call out your colors?
Cobalt.
Okay. Or maybe
That
you
was
did.
cobalt. I'm trying to get off my
Hey, Xandra.
residual black here, which I don't really know why I'm doing that for. I mean, worrying about it. I don't know why I'm worried about it. It just adds a little bit of interest to the...
Yeah, Thursday thoughts and laundry on the side. Laundry lurking.
Lurking laundry.
Trouble's getting. Oh no! See, around here, you can't leave it in the dryer because there's too many people that are trying to, do things. So it ends up in baskets or laid on the couch or laid on somebody's bed. Those are the general.
That's the general.
Mm-hmm.
That's the general way things go. Okay, well, we're gonna get a little. Always like a little bit of transparent red oxide with my blue.
Oh, Misty called it today. That the blues will be bringing epicness.
Epicness.
It took me a minute. Like, did you see me trying to? I was like, all right, I kind of know how to say that, but then my brain is trouble with it. But I got it out.
Certainly going to have a nice looking stencil here, if nothing else. Stencil looks good. Throw away the prints. Let's keep the stencil.
Oh, that's kind of interesting.
Well, it is, isn't it? Look at that
pulled
tape.
Up, yeah, it pulled up where the tape is.
Ah, okay. Well,
The tape will pull.
Yeah. It's just kind of, oh, look, there's some little plussies out there. Yeah, okay, we're just going to let that ripen a bit. Pull in another one. Do I have any more to pull off? Yes, I do. What is that?
Hey,
I
Jeanette.
don't even remember. Oh, we just did that one.
Lisa says use the foggy gray tundra. That would be cool.
Foggy?
Yeah, the tundra.
Oh, the tundra. Oh, to pull that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ooh. Did you do this one the other day?
No, I did
Okay.
this. I did this after. I had the idea, but I didn't quite make it there.
Which paper is that? That's the paper.
That's the... It's either that or the other, the other one, the You Create.
That's the same thing.
Yeah,
Same difference.
it's not really. I like my Paycon better than my You Create.
They're the same. Paycon is the brand. You Create is what it's called. Like, it's You Create printmaking.
Well, it's not. It isn't the same as that other. I don't feel
Really?
like it is.
Huh.
I can tell you that this is most likely that you create that, because I was trying to use it and do some comparisons.
So that's the stuff that came from Blick.
Yes.
It is packaged differently.
It doesn't say Paycon any place on there.
Well, it is. It's made by Paycon. But they do have different levels of stuff, and I was kind of wondering about that. But the packaging is similar.
It is similar, but the paper is not the same. It's not even the same whiteness.
Very interesting. Well, that's
Yeah.
a mystery. We shall have to further investigate.
I'm just, I feel reasonably safe saying that I think that they're not the same. And, yeah, I think this is nice. It's not necessarily novel.
I like it. It's very powsy-wowsy.
Very powsy-wowsy. Okay, I'm not going to use the, bigger plate because I've got
Let's see. Linda says, "Does P have a rack to stack the prints that are drying?" Yes.
oh, I
does.
have not a print drying rack, but a
It's similar because we built it out of the wire cube blocky things and zip ties. I'm gonna post that, or I'll tag you on the post.
Mariah, can you get that off of there?
Yeah. Oh, sugar biscuits.
I know. And some other very nasty words. That was sugar biscuits.
Let's just stick to sugar.
Okay.
I'm gonna have shirts made that say sugar biscuits.
Well, I used to say SOL, you know, and tell my kids that it was simply out of luck, and of
They
course,
weren't buying it.
my kids at elementary school didn't know, but my kids at high school just rolled their eyes.
I'm
And
pretty sure that some of the elementary kids were pretty knowed up on
maybe
that.
the 5th graders, but well, that I doubt it. I don't know though. I can remember there was this kid, I won't name any names, but he got in trouble for drawing his version of female breasts, and he was in 3rd grade. And I knew his mother, and I thought it was hysterical. And I can't remember who was talking. One of the teachers brought it down and showed it to me. I said, "Well, number one, I think he needs to practice more, because that really that's not what they really look like." But
It's not the reaction she wanted.
no,
She wanted you to be
and yeah, horrified.
horrified.
Yeah, whatever.
She's like, "Here, I'm gonna pull some books and put some sticky notes on the breasts you should be looking at."
Yeah, really. These are extraordinarily perky. They're more mountain-esque. Are you sure he wasn't drawing mountains?
Sorry, go ahead with the story though.
Yeah. And so, I laughingly told his mother about it later, and she says, "Well, you shouldn't be laughing, because he really did get in trouble." I said, "Well, he didn't get in trouble by me. I didn't care. You know, come on now. What is it with today? Look at this."
It's dry. You should put some stuff in your diffuser. It is just so dry.
And I mean, it's just not the paint.
Here. It ain't pretty, lady, but
Well, this isn't either.
I got it done.
Oh, this looks really good. Here, work on that.
God, this is a hot mess.
It may require a visit to the sink.
Well, I don't know if your new
Well,
little
that one's gonna- well-
Stencil-y bit.
That looks terrible too. It's got a lot of paper back there. I think we're gonna. I don't know if I can soak it. Yeah, I did, because remember I soaked my first Franken stencil and got the paper off.
Alright.
Well,
This ain't her first soaking rodeo.
it ain't. Now, what was I gonna do?
Where was I at?
Oh. Okay, well, I've been wanting to try this with this.
Hey, do you put distilled water in your little diffuser, or do you just put water in
I
there?
just put water in there.
Do you have some water?
Yeah.
I think you should run that thing, because seriously.
well, excuse me. Oh, good. I can do some. I just turned around here. See, that was exactly what should have happened.
What?
What just happened?
Oh. Well, what just happened?
I turned around and saw my stencil.
Oh. I found it. I found it over here. Just where I thought it was.
Yeah. Now I gotta find some of that smelly good stuff.
Well, and then, so, remember the stencil she was looking for the other day? And I said, oh, I'm sure it's stuck to something.
Frankincense.
Oh, well, you don't have to put any...
Sandalwood.
You don't have to put any smelly in it. Just
do
run it.
too. There's no sense in doing that unless you have a little smelly.
Just go.
We'll go with frankincense. It'll make us think of Jesus.
It's Christmas.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh, see, that's the thing. You always put too much in.
Too much.
Can't trust her with the little bottles. Oh, goodness.
I'll tell you what, whoever designed this thing, you know, they made the button kind of blend in with the...
Well, it's supposed to be all like, you know,
Woo!
what is that? Minimalist, kind of.
Oh, I gotta do this one first. Well, I'll put this over here some.
God, we are a mess today.
Who knew we needed a team to, you know, paper the... yeah, okay. Yellow. Let's go with yellow.
It's called yellow.
Yellow. Transparent. Do I want transparent?
I don't know. Yes.
No, I want semi. I want semi, Mariah.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think this is the one that blobs out of me. Oh, that's opaque. I don't know. Do I want opaque?
Oh, here. I gotta go
Yeah,
back and...
I do. What?
Yeah. Well, because I haven't really been reading the chat because I'm peeling off, you know, paper.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that they were giggling and maybe saying other
It's just made
funny
in the
things about your story. And
made in the Netherlands.
okay, let's see. I love that blue. Reading the chat, misspelled it. I think that blue, the crazy blue earlier, was the cobalt, right?
Yeah, it was the one I got up here.
And it's an Americana, right? Cobalt.
I don't know. It says gloss. That's all I can read.
Apple barrel. Sorry.
Apple barrel.
She can't. She doesn't know.
Plaid.
labels. Yeah.
Hey, not all of it says plaid. I don't know what the plaid means. The plaid was the
Plaid
white
is the
that smelled really
manufacturer.
bad. Oh my gosh, it smelled really bad.
Yeah, it does.
Pukey.
That's
No.
the best way to describe it.
Reminds you of, you know, the bar at 2 a.m. Or the parking lot of the bar at 2 a.m.
Yeah, see, you create is the Paycom, but I think whatever Blick carries is slightly different than what we're getting on Amazon. So I need you to separate out the stuff that we got from Blick.
Oh, it isn't together. I didn't put it together.
So, do you still have some of the other stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think we need to make, you know, she says it's a different color. I don't know.
Well, it's just so slightly, ever so slightly.
I mean, that could be a different, I mean, is paper kind of like flooring? It comes and runs? I would assume so, right? These days with manufacturing, you know.
I would definitely think so. Oh, look at that. Look how cool that's going to look. And I think I'm going to do this in turquoise.
Okay, we're in agreement. I mean, that cobalt would be kind of cool too, but very primary.
Okay, what are we thinking about here? I think some of that orange.
Well, I think that was the one that...
That was the one. That was the one.
She's so not listening to me today. I'm struggling.
What do we want to put?
Tundra is what?
Tundra. You want to put tundra on that? No.
I think that's what
Poo,
Lisa...
poo, poo.
Sorry, Lisa, I tried. She's poo-pooing.
Poo, poo. Poo, poo, poo. No, no, no. Well, let's see what old... What's his face? What's this? Now, I definitely need... What?
Oh, Lisa just says she thinks she got an old jar of impasto because it smells like butt crack.
I don't know. Okay, well, we're going to do something really boring here.
Okay.
Really boring.
It's okay.
We're going to use
How many?
this putty color. It's not putty, but that's what it looks like. It's titanium buff deep.
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 It's not shallow.
Remind me.
This one's more interesting.
Depth. Okay. Okay. So my first graders, when I was teaching them about 3D, and we would just finished watching Sesame Street Goes to the Metropolitan Museum, and so Egyptians were heavy on our mind. Okay, because I don't know if you've seen that particular one, but it's all about Egyptian art and yada yada boo boo. Anyhow, so the way I would get them to do this, all right, well, this has got to dry anyway, so I can do it, is we would get out and we would walk around in a circle around the room, and we would go depth, 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 width, 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 height, 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 and chant it as we went around the room. Principal opened up the doorway. And I mean, some of them were very enthusiastic chanters. Got into it. I mean, major big time. And you know how kids that age, you get them started doing something, and you can't get them to shut up and stop.
They're all Labrador retrievers with a ball. Just keep doing it.
So we would always do that maybe the last 5 minutes of class, because that was,
stopping.
Okay, we're not going to do the Egyptian dance until you get all of your stuff put away and the table's cleaned off and whatever.
That's
and
so
then we'll do that.
But
you know what? I had kids come back to me 10 years later and say, I still remember that.
It's that type of stuff, like the lefty loosey, righty tighty, and then you're going whip, whip, dep, dep. I.
They really like this one.
It's not working.
What's not working?
That light.
Yeah. Oh, you're moving me a little bit. Sorry.
Oh, yes.
Oh, because I was doing depth, depth, depth.
Yeah. Just shaking the whole plane.
Sorry about that, y'all.
I'm waiting for some laughs on this one.
Which one?
Let's see. Oh, they're teasing Lisa about her stinky impasto.
Just put your nose plugs on and use it up.
Yeah, I would guess, because even P says that, it has a little bit of the urea.
Oh yeah, and if it got hot,
oh yeah, it probably amplifies that.
Absolutely amplifies it to the nth degree. I promise you.
No, just okay. Yeah, wear your mask. I think I have most of the open areas cleared. It's still a wee bit fuzzy in areas.
Well, and see, I just put this down and I'm getting it up right away, and it's already sticking.
We need to run the humidifier up here. Just kind of get the air a bit more.
Well, I'm done with that one too. I think maybe you should just take and put them in the sink. Don't worry about it.
Well, I'm going to put them in that little container.
But look, this is really cool looking. But when you look in, you see how it pulled off the fuzzies?
I think you should, we should send those out in packets.
Save that, baby. That's a good one. I gotta brayer off my red here. Okay, well, I don't know if this is going to be too terribly spectacular. I really like it because it doesn't really look like anything. Well, we'll let it dry up and we'll see what. We'll just take it from there. Where'd that go? I guess I have to pull one in order to...
Yeah, and I see one of your stencils that has fallen back behind here. I'm gonna grab it.
Where?
Over here.
Oh. I found one on my shelf over here the other day.
I think your baby has been doing some things too, like just from what I can tell.
That little poopy diaper head. Oh, here, that'll be a good one. Thank you, Mariah.
You're welcome.
Well, that worked out well.
That's good timing.
Good timing. All right, what are we going to put on here? Let's put some lime green on here. That ought to be good. See if we can get some back in the horse here.
Oh, I don't know about that. Yeah. Look at her go. And this is every time you say poopy diaper head, I think of 7-year-old boys. Their best insult of all. Yes, that is the puzzle that P had. She's turned it in, you know, she trimmed the edges. We don't have it in the shop like that.
Oh, well.
Now, if you guys really need it pre-trimmed, let me know.
Oh, trimming is part of the fun.
She does enjoy the
I
trimming
really
of the new
do.
stencil.
And just think, everybody's will be a little bit different. And I love that. I am not putting my stencil down anymore.
Yeah.
Oh,
Today's not a stencil flop-off day. Ooh. This is like Puzzle and its fatter cousin. She's more friendly.
She is. You know, never trust a skinny cook.
That's right. God.
Oh, this is going to be so much fun. And I think the next color, now come on everybody, what's the next color going to be?
Oh, purple.
Pink.
Ooh, I like that too. Wait, you know. Yeah, I don't know why you're so bouncy today. The camera is just, are you just bumping your table more? Or,
I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right.
I'll be less enthusiastic. That ought to be dry. That just looks so boring. I just love that.
We need just a ceiling mount, so that way it's not, you know, part of the furniture. Oh, yeah, maybe.
Look at that. Look at this.
What? Oh, yeah. So was that one from today? This is making us very nervous.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
that did move the camera
because
well.
it's touching on that, I think.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. We're just going to have to keep working on this one. It didn't turn out like I wanted it to. Have a real ugly spot here.
Oh, just dab some paint on it. On the paper one.
I'm sure that is not a...
Oh, is that not allowed?
That is not a good solution. Because number one, what color would I put on there that would
bye,
not
Maggie.
just go, oh man, look, somebody dabbed some paint on there.
Well, if you
Ain't
dab
that
it,
nice?
If you dab it right, they won't know. Unless they watch the stream. She didn't like the things I'm giving her today. So you want me soaking these or what? Is that what you said?
Well, you can just spray them with water.
Well, is the little tray thingy in there? That's what I'm going to do. I'll be right back.
Well, here, grab this other one here. I'll be
Okay.
going in there with just one.
Well, I got two.
Now you got three, because that
Ugh,
needs it
weird day
too.
today.
That one needs it too. Okay, I'm going to try something here. I thought about this the other day. Had a little bit left over of my green here, so we'll just go ahead and use that. Can't waste paint. Sometimes really hard to get down into those little, you know, rooty things on the end. that a gorgeous color? Love it. Love it, love it. How am I running out of room here? I guess this is a put one up, take one off kind of thing we got going on here. And what did we decide? We decided we were going to pull this with lime green. We got some good colors going there, yeah.
Okay, which stencil? The one in the middle that she just used is ARTY Squiggles. I think that volume 1 of the strippers has that in it. Or what did you do while I was gone? But the big one is Puzzle that
I didn't do anything.
she trimmed.
That was a bit thinner than it probably should have been, but
Rudy.
pardon?
I was calling it Rudy. Was it the wire? Did you show the wire?
Oh, this one?
Yeah. So that's the outer bit to the wires. You get that with the twisty electric wire strips, yes.
Yeah. You do.
You do. And then P just added more border to it.
With the washi tape so that I didn't have to worry about my edges.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that.
She also then cut some of them up and made them into more little Olaf looking characters. The wires came. Do you have a wire there? Yeah, you have some wires right up above there. 1 second, she'll show you what comes. See, that's just the outer bit from the sheet of UPO. But you get both parts.
That you do.
No, she didn't cut that, the bulgy parts. No, that's just where the wires came out of.
That's.
Yeah, there's.
I don't like the way that that's acting.
There's weird stuff
Weird
happening
stuff
there.
with the paint today, folks. I think it probably could be explained with the weather, but who knows?
Yes, wire holes. Yeah. P called it Rudy. See, she's terrible. Don't
What?
trust her on names of stencils. It's the worst. Our stencil names are getting really long because I've started putting in AKA in some of them.
Well, look at that. Isn't that cute?
Oh, that is. It's kind of arty and sort of your batik-y style.
Okay. You know what would be really great now is to take the thing and put it over the top of this and use it completely. Well, it has to.
Perhaps.
It has to take a bit to do whatever. Well, as thinly as that went on there, it ought to be able to pull it off. I'm going to use a really. Let's see.
Maybe in the description box I'll say you get the Rudy Tooty tubers.
Rudy Tooty tubers. I
With your
love-
wires.
I don't know whether to use purple or this particular orange.
Oh, wow. Fran would like to know what sort of consistency of paint should you have in the little bottles with the pointy needle tips. Well, yeah, you need fluid.
What sort of consistency?
Yeah, but I don't think that you want, like, high flow. You want fluid.
What she's talking about.
She has those little, basically they're like the alcoholic bottles, and then they have little.
Oh yeah. Well, this
tips
is
on 'em.
this stuff here.
Yeah, that Liquid Text would probably be good.
But all you got to do, hey, I'll tell you what, I was reading this and I can't remember where. Somebody said that you want to make your consistency a little more flowy but not watery. Use the stuff that airbrush artists do. And Golden makes it a thing that you mix with your paints to make it
More
high
fluid.
flow.
Yeah. So then you can kind of mix it to the consistency that you want.
Yeah. And I mean, you know, I'm all about that.
Yeah, so there, yeah. She says, what do you add to your heavy body paint to make it work? Yeah, you need that stuff.
Look.
You need a high flow medium, and then you can kind of get it to the consistency that you want. That was a good one.
That was a good one. The jar is filling. When we get it full, we're going to have to figure out something to do with all that.
Yeah, we need a new big project or something.
All right, your glue dispenser is creating some.
Oh, I am so sorry. Yes, I have something on the cart. How dare I?
Good you realize that.
She has really taken over. I used to have more real estate.
Hey, you've got an entire filing cabinet
That's
full
true.
of
We
stuff.
didn't move a whole filing cabinet at this place. It's just his.
All right, now I have explained to you, and I do not know why this works. I have no real reason for it. But if you put your... Oh, there's a very ocular little...
Ocular.
Perfect little circle.
All right, stay on task here. What are you telling us?
Put one on one end and one on the other. Then when you ombre them out, that just seems to work better. There's not a real rhyme nor reason to that, but...
Oh, Anne has a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Art question. If I use stencil butter with a stencil on tissue paper, will it collage onto colored background? Will the tissue paper disappear? Most likely, yes. And that's a great way to do it. In fact.
In fact. Fact of the matter being.
Yeah, because that stencil butter is very rubbery. Once dry.
It is.
So you're not going to have any problem with that. And then, yes, your tissue paper should pretty much disappear.
Check it out.
Ooh, look at you go.
Boy, that's some neon
That's some neon
business
right
going
there.
on there.
Yes, stencil butter is opaque.
Yeah, it's very opaque.
But I think Anne was talking about the tissue paper disappearing. Yeah, the white tissue disappear. I like using it that way because the thing is like stencil butter, I mean, unless you are just an absolute professional, there are moments that it goes a little wonky. And that really is sucky poo-poo whenever you're, you know, going directly on something you've worked hours on. So the best thing to do is pre-do it. Pre-do it.
Pre-do it. Boy, that is... Okay, now we're going to do something a little bit different here. Take our eyes away from the...
I want to sound smarter, but today just ain't the day.
Hey, I'm working on just getting complete words out of my mouth. Sentences, not so much. It's one of those days. One of those.
Oh, I am so excited for you, Anne. Yes, see, exactly. Yeah, you want to make sure that like you have plenty of it. Plus, it's a great way to do it because anything curved, you're not going to be able to stencil that on. But if
I've
you
never done this before, but
stencil the tissue paper beforehand, you can do it with texture paste, you know, whatever. Even the paints, you know, don't go too, you don't want loosey-goosey paints, but for stenciling.
no.
We may need to have a beer today. I've been one of those days.
That's going to be kind of cool, I think.
I love it. It's a little murdery pinkish.
Just thought I got a little carried away on
Now, if you pull that with orange, I think it'll be real
yeah,
wing zingy.
Wing zingy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, let's let that. Ho, 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 ho. Oh, just did that one. Let me see. Are you ready? I'm less than impressed with that, by the way.
Yeah.
But it is transparent, so guess what? We can. I don't know. It looks better now than it did.
Here's another really cool way to use a stencil butter. It's a little tricky, but it can be done. Because remember some of those cool prints that you got, because it'll stay back on the plate, and it actually even leaves an impression on the plate, because you
It
really
does.
have to let it dry. But if you want to stencil onto the plate,
It can be done. I've done it. I did it with the
and then
big
sometimes
mandala.
just pieces come off,
Yeah, and not.
and then you get it on multiple ones. You had that really cool, like there was 3 or 4 prints, and it was the swirly swirl swirls,
Oh yeah.
and you ombra'd the stencil.
Oh, I
butter,
did.
which was
Yeah.
quite, you know.
I think I still have. I don't think I sent that one away.
No, it's
I think
somewhere
I
around
kept
here
that.
in a box or whatever, being
Okay.
archived.
Yeah, I think this looks pretty cool.
Oh, you poo-pooed on it, but you like it now.
Well, I like it better now that I'm not looking at it through the gel plate, I think.
Yeah.
But I definitely, I'm loving this background, and I think I have another one. I have 2 of those, so I can
I think
do
you
that
should
again.
play it again, Sam.
But I'm not going to. I just love that in black. Don't you love it in black?
It looks good, black.
Looks good.
I love that stencil.
I do too. It's just such a sweet little,
Or,
sweet little.
technically, this is the mask, or what we call the outline. You can get the stencil with the outer bit.
And I just refer to this one as Jazz, but Mariah can tell you what its real name is.
This is Dancing Graffiti, aka Jazz.
I just think it looks very jazzy.
It does. Jazzy. Hey, Dot. Glad you're here. Well, we used to be actually Thursdays. I don't know. We used to be kind of the only ones. Who else is streaming right now? Kind of curious about that. Ooh.
I always have to figure out someplace I'm going to.
Well, you got a little, yep. You left yourself a little handle.
And no, we are not going to leave it on there
Don't
very
you
long.
dare,
Don't,
yeah,
don't,
I'm
no,
tired
no,
of
no, no.
Heckin'.
No, 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 no.
Ooh.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now we're going to let that dry, and we're going to ombre it. I'm feeling very successful with my ombres today.
Yay me!
What?
That's what P was saying. Yay me! Ombre.
Pink!
Yes, pink.
Pink! Or we could ombre.
Oh, I'm all for that.
I get
I
this.
think you should ombre to orange.
I was thinking the same way.
Look at us. Having a moment.
Look at this wonderful.
Oh. Kind of looks like dancing legs there.
His wings. Boy, we've really been adding to the.
Yeah. Trinkets. We
Didn't
really
want
do need to come up with
He
something.
probably was afraid to join the others down in there. Some of them are kind of scary.
Well, I think we should, we do need to find some new foam heads. Or all, I think that shapes would be cool. Doing something kind of sculptural might be fun.
What are you talking about?
Like sticking, you know, different shapes together.
On the head?
Well, I guess you could mix it in
Attach
with the
it
head. Yeah.
To the head?
You can mix it in with the head, but just a sculptural thing. You know, something else to collect dust or put a hat on.
Yeah, it's got to hold a hat.
Must have purpose.
Must have purpose. Okay, now here's the other one that I was thinking about using, and I think this will be a great combo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put turquoise in the middle.
Yeah, I think that we could use the trinkets on a head.
Well, you better be collecting your own trinkets. These are mine.
Sounds good.
I will share my I'll share my skins with you.
Okay. I think a cover to a book would be good too.
This is looking good. Look at how good this is looking.
Oh, that does look fantastic.
Really getting some good brayer offs today. Prints suck, but
How about them burrows?
how about them brayer offs? How about those brayers?
Oh yeah, the cones. The styrofoam Christmas tree shapes. Hey, we could do a whole Christmassy, like, it doesn't have to be Christmassy, but
Well, shucky darns, yeah.
that might be fun. Or what, you know, remember that one outfit Madonna wore?
No, really, I don't.
The coney boob thing?
Oh,
A lot
yes.
of boob talk today.
I think that was what that kid was looking at when he was drawing breasts. Madonna's outfit.
Maybe.
Check that
Whoa.
out. Oh, yeah, baby.
That was very, very funky. And I love how you could kind of see through them.
Little bit.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, that was certainly
Yeah.
unplanned.
Not to be
that-
replicated.
Well, remember this was a ghost print.
Yeah, I know, but that's really crazy how
Well, I think that's a good one.
that is.
That's like the premiere of the day.
Ah. Bring that back around at the end.
Seriously. Alrighty. I'm thinking lime green.
Mm-hmm. Oh, a topiary style sculpture. Yes, perhaps.
Oh, that sounds a little bit. What do I want to say? I don't know. I don't know if I'm
Topiary?
up for that.
Well, you know, it could be like a grungy, a mean, you know, haunted house type.
I don't know why this keeps coming out in those big poops.
It's just funny watching you put that back in there. I think there has been some weird pressure changes along with the humidity. It's an idea. She says contrived.
No. I want to say ambitious.
Oh,
You know, I don't know that I'm up
Excuse
for it.
we could do miniature.
I'm squeezing paint back into
I think
tubes
she's
right
thinking,
now.
you know, like we're gonna be doing like a full English garden. Topiaries.
Yeah. Well, what were you talking about? Just one?
I think just something on a small scale. Remember, I have those little tiny topiaries that are like seating chart things. Those are cute.
Yeah. Remember.
Bigger than that, though. Oh goodness. Yeah, everything's a little graffiti, funky.
Well, we've definitely been going with some
Wowie zowie.
powsy wowsy
Powsy
colors
wowsy.
today, other than those ones I started off with that were just poopy.
Yeah, you know that one head that
I'm very happy.
P has is like without a face. It's just a bulby looking.
Yeah, I want one like that.
Because those are actually that was the cool one that she did with she put the face on
With a
the
Labrador
magazines.
Retriever and a magazine woman.
Yeah.
And I changed out their eyeballs.
There you go. Dry?
Well, it's not
Dry enough.
coming up. All right, so now what are we thinking? Turquoise.
Oh, Joanne's has the faceless ones.
That's the one, yeah, that's the one that you can really do a lot of your own artwork on because you don't have to worry about it being.
Yeah. I know Carrie Griffiths, he was kind of struggling with some of the facial, like the bridge in the nose. Because those areas are tricky, so when you're doing that, you want to use smaller pieces.
Yeah, and that may not necessarily work with your plan. Yeah. Okay. Put turquoise there.
Mo says, sorry, P, gold. Just put some gold on that. Mix it in. You're on brain like a champ today, P.
Hey, y'all, I already have my my idea going here.
Okay. Ooh. I like this idea.
It's going to be very cheerful.
Darcy says it might be too dry for metallic today. It's only a factor. Look at you, just spraying like a champ. Very proud of you.
I'm telling you, putting that paint on the opposite end, I can't tell you what it is.
Well, because you're not pushing all at the same time. So as you have spread out one, then you're grabbing the next one.
Maybe that's it.
And so it's not just getting all mucked up in those one areas. It's like you've had enough of a roll through.
Check that out, Ma.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Bam.
That's some jazz.
That is some jazz right there. All that jazz.
That's some jazz.
Are we going to cut these up and send them in packets?
Oh my goodness, we have
Ooh,
wires.
Wires. See, those are the things that are the, out of the tubes.
Yeah, oh, we never showed wires. This is what they look like. Yeah, they're
Those
obviously
are bigger ones.
We have itty bitties,
We have smalls, larges,
Small.
and extra larges.
large, medium.
No.
Oh, this is large.
Mm-hmm.
Extra large.
Mm-hmm.
Have I hit a medium yet?
No, we don't have medium.
Oh. Well, there you go.
Oh, see, you made me yawn. That's not nice. You should do this with gold. That'd be fancy.
I'm just not feeling gold today because number one, it's
Aye.
with the way stuff is coming off here, I don't need that extra added aggravation
Aye.
of. No, I know it here. It
Oh,
is.
thanks, Heather. Goodness. Getting tangly.
Tangly.
We found one of the wires in Izzy's stuff. She had absconded with it.
Little fart. And she just looks at you like, excuse me, I'm part of PM Artist Studio.
Yeah, she really
Why
feels-
are you on my case?
Yeah, like she feels like
She's
whatever
entitled.
Whatever we have, she should have. Oh, and if you guys have been, those of you that I know, like, that get all excited to see Izzy and everything that have been placing orders, I have put in Izzy packets. But if you place an order and you want an Izzy packet, let me know. I don't want to assume that, I have accidentally left you out or whatever. It is not intentional. It's just I don't, know who wants
What about this?
Izzy stuff.
I don't think it's going to have enough
And I mean, it's going to be pretty. I
contrast.
think it's pretty, but not high impact.
Well, I'm looking for some high impact here.
Then I think what you need to do is move over to some of your favorite things, which are, your iron oxides and quadacridones and
Yeah, maybe you're right. How about quinacridone crimson?
Or if you want to play with any of your chocola paints, bring out your
Not
rose.
not on this. I don't think not to
Okay.
pull it. Well, one thing you can say is I've been using some different paints here because I've been getting a lot of.
And Fran, I know I need to get you some files. I will. It's just finally today has been sort of like it has sort of died down a little bit. It's a bit nutty. Aw, thanks, Deb. Yeah, she gets excited for all of this. She really does like being involved, and we try to involve her as much as possible, but sometimes it's like, come on, kid, just give us a minute.
Or excuse me, no, that is not the paint that you will be using.
Well,
Why don't I ever get to use two paint? I said when you have a job and you're buying your own,
then you can use tube paint.
Then you can use two paint.
She has it out of the. Although we may need to get her some more paint because those paints she uses are getting kind of low. Otherwise, she will be using your tube paint. It's gonna come down to what you choose to pull that with, whether it's gonna make or break it.
I know, and it's a medium value range, so I'm kind of, you know, I'm
I like that actually.
SOL. Either way I look at it.
Yeah, we kind of needed a pause too. Yes. Okay. Well, good. I'm glad that you're not. Okay. Don't be mad at me.
I'm thinking.
Darcy
What?
says it's not every kid that has a cool mom and a Gigi who are YouTube stars. I don't know that we're YouTube stars. That's very sweet to say.
That is
though.
very sweet, and we're working
It's
on
my
it.
plan.
We're working on it. Well, I'm thinking quinacridone nickel azo gold
I like that.
because it's going to intensify the red.
What about teal on the other side? Since you're doing your, that might be kind of nice. You perked up. Acme says the administrative committee has met and overruled that action. What to tell Izzy?
What is it?
This is great. The administrative committee has met and overruled that action.
What action?
And that's what we tell Izzy. She'll start using that against us.
Oh, seriously. I should be telling her teacher that at school, and we'll have another.
I've gone home and the administrative. Like, where's she getting this stuff?
We already
and then she'll
wonder
hand him
some
a
of
business
that.
card. To go to
Already
PMR studio.
wonder that stuff. It's just like, excuse me, you need to settle down and.
Aw, that's so sweet. Lisa Mankin says her husband thinks that we are.
Oh, by golly. I think that this is the color we needed.
Oh. Fran has some new paints coming today. More weird deco art ones coming. They sounded exciting. Cool. Hey, some of those deco arts are great.
I'm serious. I mean, remember that? I did a whole. That's the only paint that I used for one whole session.
Mm-hmm.
Check that out, my ladies.
Oh.
I think some of that shiny stuff, I think it's on this side. That was an oops. I need to clean my.
Yeah. Maybe.
Hey, I think that's going to be just pretty darn spiffy. Spiffy, if I do say so.
Oh, that's nice. The Deco Art site has a chart with the transparency listed for all their Americana paints.
I've got to pull this.
This is a big one.
This is the big one. All right, I'm going to surprise you.
Ooh, I don't know. Does Liquitex do a ancient bronze paint? I'm sure they do.
Listen, you can do ancient bronze. All it is just a little bit of green shot in with your gold.
True that.
I'm very serious. Don't spend your money. Just get good gold and add some green. Transparent.
Yeah.
And if you add a little bit of open paint to it,
Hey, Martha.
you know, what you're doing there is you're just giving your gold a longer shelf life.
And around here, because it doesn't really get used that. It gets talked about a lot.
I'm almost out of my gold over here.
So that's what your deal is. She's saving it.
I'm hoarding.
She's hoarding her gold like a little dragon. Now we know.
Well, this is making for kind of a cool edge. If I can get it off of there without getting a big old rip.
There you go. See, Acme says the reason golden iridescent bronze shows that greenish color is actually the two pigments in the paint, a gold and a green. See? I think Brad's got Izzy cracking up down there. You hear her laughing. I don't know if you guys can, but she's laughing.
Sometimes I can't tell she's laughing.
Oh, yeah, you can't.
Oh! How did it just release all of a sudden? I'm like, oh, look at this gunky stuff here on
You
the
got some serious gunk.
serious gunk and serious roll.
That's a hashtag right there.
Serious gunko on the end. Boy, this is going to require some tape and yeah.
Darcy said she couldn't type for a minute. She was crossing her fingers for you.
Bless your heart. I was too. I was like, and I mean, you know, I lost a little here, but that's okay. I gained it down here.
Yeah.
Where it's going over the edge. But isn't that a wonderful print?
I really want you to turn it the other way. That feels better. Don't you guys feel like that? I do.
Yeah, I do.
I think you should draw little faces on there.
That ain't happening.
I'm going to steal it. Draw faces on.
What time is
Maybe
it?
I'll do it on a piece of acetate.
What time is it?
You got 20 minutes, but we can go a little over since we had our technical difficulties.
I'm going to not then address that. I'm just going to put that aside and all. Because, I mean, you know, it's not too much fun watching people clean their plates. It's kind of like vacuuming and doing dishes. Two other things that I'm not too terribly.
Yeah, well, yeah, we know about that.
Hey, I think that's a sweet little print.
It is. Now, remember, you wanted to put the string thing over that, but I don't... It's quite lovely. I don't...
Okay, well, we won't make a decision on that right now. We'll just keep pulling these and see what we've got and what we can do something to. I can probably pull that.
Hey, pink guy.
I probably should do this one. I think this one was.
Oh, we need to, Pinka sent us some lovely stuff.
Oh, yes.
And thank you for that, Pinka.
Yes, absolutely.
And then Ann sent some stickers to Izzy. Izzy's been busy
Oh my God!
with
Hey,
the
she
stickers.
made you a card.
Yeah. She makes things. I love this. I love this. I love this so much. I mean, I don't know what one does with this, but I like it. It's just little dancing tubers is what that looks like.
Dancing tubers, they're on fire.
They're all at a rave.
They do remind me of those. Those things crack me up. Really seriously crack me up. I just keep pulling.
Like that lady's back again, just hanging out. What's she doing? Oh, she's out there watching the wind thing.
Ooh.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, it is a sloppy happy today, yes.
Hey, now
That's cool.
I know. I
Again,
think
I
it's
don't-
really cool.
I don't know what to do with
Hope
it.
I remember what to do.
I hope you just cut all these up and send them to people so they feel like they can collage with them.
Well, I don't think I should cut them up. They're kind of small to begin with. Yeah.
That one's, I like that one a lot.
Okay, well, that dumb piece of stuff that I did with sets you up for some really nice effects when you use really bright colors.
Okay, so the dancing alien stencil is actually, it's the tubers. That's the outer piece, and we send it with the wires.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really, you get almost
It's still
two
wet.
different stencil
That pink
type things. Yeah. And then depending on the size of the wires that you get, the little tuber things or, you know, whatever size. Yeah. It's a stencil and a mask together. So.
Yeah. And then remember I took the other ones, the one that you just saw here.
The large ones.
The large one. I cut this in half.
Yeah.
And then put tape around it.
She Franken stenciled.
And cut out the bottom parts.
Where
here.
is that one?
Right.
So you can show it.
Here it is.
And flip it over because then you can see the tape. See, she taped them together. So she
No,
cut
I didn't tape them together.
Oh, you cut that part out.
I cut it in the middle.
And then you put tape down and cut that.
And then cut that out so that you could see. You
Yeah.
make the little bottom parts. Because see, here's the tape.
Yeah. And you could really make two of those because
You
you'll
have-
have the
I
two
have
ends. She has two. Of
I
course.
have two.
But wait, there's more.
But wait.
And they're different because each end is different,
Yeah,
I think.
they
I'm
are.
pretty sure.
They are. Absolutely.
Okay, slide that up. Yes, please. Thank you. And a little bit more. There you go. Now we're in. So, yeah.
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 So all I did is just run 2 rows of washi tape, and you have to run it this way, then you flip it over, and remember the washi tape sticks really well to itself. About the only thing it does stick to.
And the Yupo.
And the Yupo, or whatever it is that you don't want it to stick to. I can never get it to stick. And I noticed I kind of whacked that end off.
I know.
there.
I tried putting some over here on my table, and then I put other tape on top of it.
Yeah, it works really well for this process. But see, here it is on this side.
And I guess we could turn this into something available in the shop, so that way you didn't have to.
But they're really, I mean, you know.
And then you could get little dancing alien heads rather than wires.
And the big ones, it's hard to use the big stencil. I like the big wires. I don't necessarily like the big
And
mask.
the tuber part of the extra large is a bit floppy, so that was a really great.
Yeah, I thought it was a brilliant move on my part.
Yes.
Create these little kind of, this one kind of looks like maybe a heart.
Oh yeah, I think electrical tape would probably work really well.
I can't remember. Oh, I know. I used the blue tape on my first one that I did.
You lost your blue tape though.
Izzy used it all up.
Mm.
I didn't necessarily like it as well. Number one, it's a little thicker. The reason I like the washi tape, it's extremely thin. And after 2 layers of printing over this, you're not even going to know it was there. It will totally disappear into the...
Yes.
Now, not necessarily on the circles where I went around it a couple times, but if you're just using 1 layer, yeah.
Now, if you guys want us to turn those little...
Yeah, because that would be a really easy thing to do.
And I think...
And you could get 3 per page.
Yeah, we could stack those up probably.
I don't know why somebody would want that, but...
Let us know.
Hey, you definitely want the top and the bottoms because they're different.
Well, and it might be fun to play with the little parts out of it once we turn that, you know, because that'll be fun. Like, and you can do some cool little stacky bits.
I love the parts.
Well, turn them black. We'll cut them. I guess it'll be in the shop. Maybe this next week. ridiculous how we turn things into stencils.
Well,
But
why
yeah.
didn't I think of that?
Well, because you didn't have that part, because your part is actually a wire. But now,
I know,
if we
but
turn
why
it into
didn't I think about
Yeah.
saying, hey,
I want
you
this.
know, y'all,
I-
we need this.
I need some weird dancing little alien head vegetable-like looking things.
You could
Turnips, yes.
you could write words in here
Uh-huh.
or something. That's what I
I think it
envision.
would be cool to like then stack. These would also be fun to Frankenstencil, the little bits that come out. If you put them together, you could make a whole little sun-like
Array.
thing. Array.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh well, we know what we'll be doing probably on Sunday. Stay tuned, y'all.
I'll tell you what, these have just, the minute I saw them,
faces, yeah.
I knew, you know, sometimes you kind of work into things. Like, I knew immediately I would love this stencil. I knew immediately I would love
yeah.
the wires.
Can't get those away from her. She gets real. She got like Izzy took off with some, and then she only.
She was
ended up with
supposed
that
to be
one.
using them for rubbings, frottage, and
There were some words about all that.
and she's rough.
Yeah.
She just goes at it like, you know, she's killing snakes, and
You know
you know
how people do.
how people do. I'm telling you what, this is my favorite.
That's what we'll call
This is
them.
my-
Alien veggies. The veggies have arrived.
I think this is my favorite print all day. I
It
mean,
is.
it's a real toss-up between this one and this one.
Uh-huh. I'm going to use that for the thumbnail. And we need to get that thumbnail up quick because we had to switch over the stream and everything.
Everything
all
was
just
confused and
discombobulated.
discombobulated.
I'm going to call that. This is the discombobulated stream. Fun.
Hey, but it was not due to operator error. It was due to circumstances beyond our control.
True that. I was a little worried because the little notification thing notified me of such thing, and I was like, well, let's see if they've got it worked out.
Okay, let's do something with this.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Something bright.
I was thinking about this.
I think that's bright enough.
You think it's bright enough? What do you think? I should go orange?
Ooh, I like that even better.
Orange might be the way to go, and we'll use this little boogeroo right here. We're going to jazz it up. Boring brown print. We're going to make it into a loverly. Look at that little peak there.
Squish it. She's making her next trinket. That is dancing graffiti. The mask. I think the mask is the way to go personally. But if you don't want the out, you know, if you want a regular outer bit or a border, we have that option too. Yeah, it's a fun stencil. And then, I think, yeah, the strips, volume 1, has the dancing graffiti with it too. And remember, that's how
Strippers,
he,
yeah.
she uses
I
them
did
together.
all those different ones. I cut them out. Every one of them was different, and she sent some of them off.
I did. She yelled at me.
Well, now that's kind of looking a little camo-y. I don't know. I really like the orange and the
That blue.
that blue.
Schmaltz. Is that the schmaltz?
I think it is. Yes, I do. And I'm going to put this on here. This is going to be very 50s colors. But I'm going to use, what am I going to use to pull this with? It needs to be transparent.
Or you could put some dragonfly and
I love that.
Yeah.
That's the way to go. Yep.
oh, and I have it. You know what I need to do? Hey guys, all of you that have come in and haven't said hello in the chat, please do that. We love to say hello back to you. We love lurkers. Go back to lurking. Just say hello. That's totally fine. Do give the thumbsy upsies on the stream. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do that. That is the #1 way to support what we do here and continue it all on. And hopefully, you know, one of these days we end up with a silver play button. Would love that.
Yeah.
You know, maybe we'll be able to travel around and come see you guys.
Yeah.
Buy a bus or something. Heather wants a bus too. I'm all
Trying
for
to
that.
get my
I
stencil.
want one of those fancy ones, like the tour bus thing. Maybe we could get one that's like run on, it could be like electric and you can like use kitchen oil type stuff.
Remember, this was a brayer off, so I'll have to kind of size it when I...
Oh yes, and for those of you that don't know, we have a Facebook group. Please come join that. Mo has popped in the link in chat, or you can always use the show me more information down below, you know, below the description area.
And we have very cool people on
Many
here.
of the people that you see in the chat are also members.
Wait.
Show us their art. We'd love to hear about it, see about it, all that.
Oh, look at that's going to be so cool.
Do
Because
you
where
answer
the
the
black
questions?
is, it's like... Okay, but that
I like
was,
that. That was good.
That was a good one, wasn't it? I think... Oh,
I know. We're either going to have like a hotel, motel, I want a hotel because I think that's more proper. She wants a motel because she didn't want like to deal with elevators.
stairs and elevators.
Thanks.
There's no way no chingo. You're always waiting for one.
Always waiting for one. That is true. Oh, yes, yes. We have, so this coming Sunday,
Oh yeah, that's the
giveaway.
big day.
the giveaway. I do actually, Brad's giving me notifications. I'm so happy.
He's what?
He's reminding me of the things that I need to be talking about. I need to write it down. But anyway.
Well, we have him. What do you need to write down?
I know. It's
Take
awesome.
extra time.
I love that. That turned out awesome. Now, the giveaway.
Oh, this is...
We have until Sunday, basically 24 hours beforehand. Because that's when I'm going to pull everybody's name. But you still have until then to do the post. If you want more information on that, you need to be in Makers. Because that's where all that information is at. I'll give you a quick little rundown. Basically what you have to do is you have to share one of our videos. Talk about the thing that, you know, what you were inspired, why you're sharing that. And more importantly, show us what you made that you were inspired about. We'd rather see that. Now, you do still have to have the link in there. You need to notify me. You do that by either tagging me and saying like @Mariah or @PMR Studio. And then I know that you have done the post and I say, hey, congratulations, well done. You have been entered into the blah, blah, blah. If you don't have that on your post, that means I didn't see it. And you ain't, you ain't entered.
Yeah, you need to get on her.
Get on her.
Get on her.
To get entered.
Get entered. Innards and honoreds.
I'll tell you. Thanks, Kathleen.
What?
She's just lurking.
Lurking.
But yes. Oh, goodness. So, yes, $100 giveaway. What else we got? What else is going on?
Well, I don't know, but I think we have some dadgum fine prints here today, if I do say
I
so
love
myself.
those. I'm
Look
very,
at this.
Very happy.
Wowsy powsy. You know, isn't it kind of weird when I'm feeling all happy, slappy and everything, my colors are all like...
The middle one looks like Chicago graffiti. See? Yes. I love graffiti. I really do. I don't feel that it's defacing property.
No.
I feel like it's usually improving.
I used to go and sit down at
I love trains.
by the railroad tracks and watch a train go by because there was always good graffiti on the side of the train car.
I was so sad when they tore out this one part of Dallas, like that we used to remember because it was like you would go by it like when you go clubbing, that they would remember where they paint do all
it was
the walls
an
and
underground thing.
They tore that
tunnel
part
thing.
out. They still do the buildings and things down in Deep Ellum. I haven't been there in who knows how long, but anyway,
I used to love
cool
going
stuff.
to some of those little weird shops down there, and
Oh, I
I bet
know.
they're not there anymore either.
Oh, it kind of.
Because they gentrified and made it all la-di-da and...
Well, the club scene just got all poo-poo bottle service and less grungy and whatever. I don't know.
Yeah,
We
they
don't go and do that
they
anymore
niced
anyway.
it up.
They niced it up. Hashtag I love
That's
Turkey
always
Dad.
that's always a bad thing when they start nicing things up. Hey, look at that.
Yeah.
I mean, I have some fantastic brayer offs today.
Yeah, show
Look
those.
at that.
Oh, I was gonna ask, are you guys enjoying that like this way that we're doing the giveaway, or do you kind of feel like, I want you to think about it. We're gonna do another couple months of the giveaway, like we are for sure. Like we're sticking to this for a bit, but I do want you to think about it. Like, are there other ways that you would think that are fun to interact and share PM content, but also like we want to give back to you guys? If you have a better way, or like, ooh, you know, so-and-so does this, and that's lots of fun, and people get really involved. We want to do that. We don't want it to be painful.
Yeah, for anybody.
Yeah.
You know, that works from our point of view and also yours. But I think this is I think it's kind of fun because, number one, you know, nothing ventured, nothing gained. And if you have a vested interest in something, I think that, you know, it just works out all the way around.
Oh,
Look
awesome.
at that skin. But it's too soon to pull it.
It's too soon. You have to
So
do a print
sad.
session with all the same colors. Just build up. Okay, good. Well, Darcy says it's not painful, and yeah, Brad says that we need to continue this on for 6 months or so. But if you guys come across something, like, let us know. Like, we're always willing to change things up if we need to, or do something fun and cool, and you know, get the word out.
Get the word out.
Get the word out. Okay. Oh, she says photograph it. Yeah, Carla says photograph it. We should.
Do what?
Oh, Susan says maybe more winners, less money. You know, like split
Oh,
it up.
yeah. I think
Maybe
so,
we could
too.
do like, yeah.
I think that's a great idea. Like maybe $50 each and have 2 winners.
Yeah, or we could do okay, here's math.
Oh, I don't.
Oh, no.
33 and a third. Hey, I whipped that out there pretty good.
Maybe we could do like a 50 and then 2 25s.
Oh, or a 75 and a 25. Yeah, there's a lot of different. I like the 3 thing.
Uh-huh. Darcy says it's after 4. She can't help. Fair enough.
Isn't that the truth?
Okay, well, we'll think about that some more, but I do like that. Okay, oh, here's Darcy. She couldn't stand it. She's like, oh, God, I'm going to help these idiots. 50, 30, 20.
Yes. That's it. Yeah.
That's the one.
That's the one.
That's what we were looking for.
That's the one.
Oh, goodness. I love it. I love it. Well, yes, the stencils are, but we wanted to be able to, like, if you guys wanted to buy something else. That was the whole deal with the cash monies.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Well, we had a very fun Thursday thought. I got a lot. I thought that was very therapeutic. We needed that. Awesome prints. Very powerful.
I know. We started out in the doldrums, and then, you know, man, it was like
She got the
the
frankincense
tropical
going
storm
and-
passed over, and the sun came out, and somebody delivered me a tequila sunrise, and I am happy. Or Corona with lime.
Anne says we were supposed to buy something else. Well, yes, of course. I mean, you know. All right. Thanks, Darcy. Aw, you guys are so sweet. All right, we shall see you on Sunday. It sounds like we're going to be playing with little alien tuber things.
Oh, and I forgot this. I think this is really one that I think this is really this
I
is
know,
more.
but you didn't show exactly how you did that.
Oh, I was going to.
Well, I mean, you got one
Other
minute.
things, just you know, you just
Maybe we'll play with those. I think those and the little alien tuber face things might be fun.
they might be when I get my little put 'em down things.
Mm-hmm. Put them down things.
Put 'em down things.
All right. Very fun. Thank you guys for, number one, sticking with us on the whole technical difficulties. We very much appreciate that. Those of you watching the replay, we appreciate you hanging out to the end. That's awesome. very much appreciate that as well. Do like, subscribe, do all that YouTube business is very much appreciated, and we will see you on Sunday. Bye.